it was a new time. No one's really been there before.
Right.
No one's been in that situation before, at least from out here. Luckily, we had Spike and Cheryl from NYSVA come down, and we literally could not have done this without NYSVA and also Gregory Conley from the president of the AVA.
Yeah.
They were crucial in this. So it was really weird. We were just kind of like waiting for everyone to show up. And then we started kind of talking to people. And then we look over, and there's 2 school buses driving through. And we're just like,
yeah,
what? Because, okay, so we hear about this all the time. We hear about these states and these counties, and
trucking the kids in, bussing them in.
Right. And it's like, oh yeah, we heard about it, but I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it would be like, they're just gonna march a couple of kids.
Yeah, here's 4 or 5 kids. Right. Not a real
2
bus.
School buses full of them.
Yeah,
and we're just like, what the fuck?
That's insane.
And then they had the Vote Kids
hashtag Vote Kids
movement out there.
Yeah, as if if you're on your side, you're not for kids. Like you're not for kids, Matt Elliott. I guess that's what they're in.
Like
that's almost like what they're implying. See, don't you want to vote for kids and love and life and laughter? Right. It's like, no, it's such a misrepresentation. I applaud you, man. I mean, that was tough.
So like it was really weird because we're trying to like talk over, hey, let's talk this out, and then they pull out the damn blowhorn.
Yeah.
Like, who brings a blowhorn to a legislative meeting?
Even Marlo from TVL wouldn't do that.
Right.
Of course, they
came
start
prepared.
screaming stuff.
Yeah.
And, so Cheryl kind of goes over to try to talk to them. And I noticed, like, this woman is literally about to rip, like, anyone apart. So I kind of just maneuver myself over there because I am 6'4.5",
Right. Yeah.
I may have dropped weight. I'm down to, like, 230 now, but I'm still a pretty big guy. Right. And I'm just like, if this goes south, this is going south real bad. So I'm like, all right, well, I noticed all the news cameras and everything. So I'm like, all right, well, if they're going to be playing this game, obviously they're going to try twisting the media. Well, let me do what I do best. And I hopped on live, and I started kind of reporting about what was going on.
Right.
So you actually kind of see Cheryl trying to talk to them, and they start yelling back and forth, and that's when, all the kids started coming out. And it's funny because the principal from Connecticut High School was actually my old assistant principal.
Really?
Wow. I knew him. He knew me from back in the days of being a delinquent, hanging out by the gates, smoking cigarettes, trying to sneak smoking cigarettes in school, trying to sneak smoking cigarettes in the building.
Right.
So,
and now you're leading the charge anti-smoking.
Right. I even heard
awesome?
of him, and in the news feed, I say, hey, I've been, just letting you know, I've been smoke-free for 5 years. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. You look great. That's it. I'm like, yeah.
You know why?
Like, so can we just talk this out? Like,
right.
So they start yelling and screaming, and our side starts getting really defensive, and I'm like, this is going to go bad really quick. So I kind of, you have a blowhorn, but you don't have my vocals. Right. I can overtalk a blowhorn if I need to. And I kind of did. I kind of shut her up for a little bit, saying, my name, I smoked since I was 8 years old, and all this stuff. And the news kind of like shifted their attention to me and everybody over there, which is why we were able to get, one of our customers, he got blasted everywhere. Because it's true, he quit using flavors, and he was very vocal about it. So we were able to get him centered for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, all right, they came out and they started yelling, and the poor legislator had to come out and be like, guys, look, protest areas are over there. Let's not block the entranceway.
I did feel bad for that guy,
like,
yeah.
Screw it. We're going to just go inside, and we're going to fight our case inside. We're not going to win outside with this.
Right. No, you're right,
Unbeknownst to us, they brought 100 fucking kids to sit in the auditorium area and almost block all the seats from us.
Yeah.
Right? And what is, honestly,
I mean, distraction.
Yeah, what is it? Exactly. It's stunning. They're
but meanwhile,
stunt because those kids, what are they honestly going to contribute to the conversation of adult on an adult product? Even if you're in reference to the kids, do we need a complete courtroom full of kids to observe this entire fiasco?
Exactly. And meanwhile, had you brought a busload of cancer patients in there, they would have demonized you for using them as props.
Right.
But it's okay to do it when it's on their side. Right. Yeah. And also, shouldn't those? And also,
really good thing.
Let me ask this question, Matt. Let me ask this question: Suffolk County Public Schools, are they out for Christmas yet?
I do not believe so.
What time was the meeting?
2:00.
Yeah, how do all these kids get out of school? And are their parents aware their kids were in?
Right. Are their parents aware that they're being drugged down there for that? Are they? Why aren't they in school learning their lessons?
I would hope.
I'm going to assume they are.
They
were.
They probably.
It was probably for extra credit.
Yeah.
Show your activism.
If you were part of, the debate team or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because schools did have those.
Yeah. How about they be in there doing math and science and stuff? Because Lord knows their side needs to learn some science.
Hey.
But it's not the kids' fault.
No,
at
not
the end
at
of the
all.
day.
No, it's not.
And it was actually really good because, it's funny. After, all the kids came up and said their piece and, Googled a lot of facts on Truth Initiative and Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. Oh, boy, we all know where those numbers come from. Two students came up. And I don't have my notes with me, otherwise I'd remember their names. Well, they're from SAVE, S-A-V, I believe. And it's Students Against Vape. Now, unlike any other organization that's against something, these two students came up with ideas to prevent teens from getting their hands on the product.
Okay.
Because they don't want their peers to be vaping.
Right.
But they don't want the businesses to be shut down and the smokers to have to go back to cigarettes because they quit with flavors.
There you go.
Heaven forbid letting the children actually, be a part of the process and say, here's a way we can keep our fellow kids off. Right. Great for those kids.
They would probably know now, wouldn't they?
Right. They've got firsthand knowledge
of it.
They
know what bathroom they go to.
Yeah.
For the mouth of the babe.
They supported the shops was mind-blowing.
Right. That is.
And it was funny because, a lot of, like I said, a lot of the kids kind of just came up and read the same research paper, basically, over and over. And everything that just kept relating to teens want to vape because of flavors. So after about, the 80th time I heard this, I kind of had an epiphany, which I'm surprised I haven't gotten before, was, so why aren't they using 0 milligram nicotine in an open source system?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hide that.
If they're not addicted to, if they don't want the nicotine, why are they using Juul?
Right.
Why are they using these pod systems? If they don't want the nicotine and they only want the flavors, why are they not using 0 milligram nicotine, which apparently Suffolk County left a loophole for them to buy it?
Did it really?
Wow.
Gregory Conley went up there and just smacked Suffolk County across the face by saying, you basically have left a loophole for underage kids to purchase 0 milligram nicotine because you said liquid nicotine.
Yeah. And let's face it.
What I was talking about.
Let's face it. Zero in an open tank will taste better than any flavor on any of the pods.
Right.
So if flavor's what's motivating them, then they would be doing that.
That's true. That's true. No.
So we had a record number of speakers.
Yeah.
79 speakers were signed up. They mentioned twice that this was unheard of. This was a record for them. And they were 100% ready to pass this on to the legislative committee. Oh. But they stopped because of the testimonies, because of people saying, fine us. Never before has there been an industry where the shops are saying, fine us.
Yeah. Wow. That's
even Spike from NYSBA said, I've never heard of shops actually saying, yes, fine us stupid amounts of money.
But yeah. Sheesh. Tell you, man. And
because we have to weed out the bad actors. We have to weed out the shops that sell underage, that carry crap labeling, which was brought up multiple times. They held up a thing of cotton candy and a thing of Cinnaroo.
Right, I agree, and you're right. And the bad actors that I noticed that we were talking about this the other day. When we travel, we stop, and there's lots of different types of vape shops, of course. But there's one particular type that I noticed that really is where we are, like, honestly, even as an industry, we need to start addressing these type shops. Is the shops that really don't care about advocacy or the vape industry or anything. We sell hookahs, and vape and
cigarettes,
and it's a vape shop, or it's a vape shop. I don't even mind if they do that, but it's the fact that no. I don't care whether I'm selling spinners or whatever. This is just making money. I don't even pay attention to what they're talking about.
If they take vape away, I'll be selling custom rims for your car next month.
Right, exactly. They could care less. Right, and there's a lot of them like that we run across in this country. So you're absolutely right. It plays a very important role, and it still, that fight still continues to this day for us to weed those bad actors and the people that are pushing that kind of e-liquid into the market that is being used against us. It's still out there, and there's still ground to be covered in that area. It's not over. You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Seeing a firsthand experience, too,
Yeah, they held it up,
we always hear about... they did. We always hear about these flavor ban hearings. We always hear about this where they hold up bottles and all this. And it's like, we know, but we don't know at the same time.
Right. You've seen it firsthand now.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it firsthand. I saw the reactions. This is a real problem that has been a problem. Yep. And I believe on the Legion live feed last night, it was actually stated that this is the first flavor ban that has been tabled/defeated.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
I believe it is the first one in the country that has been tabled/defeated.
Right.
Because every other one has passed. Yeah. Whether it's passed on to the committee or passed on to legislation or just passed in general.
Passed right through there, right. Yeah. No,
I am the first one that straight up stopped.
I'm so impressed with you, the job you guys did yesterday, everyone that showed up for that, you, Greg Conley, all you, but for you guys to keep your cool under those circumstances and under fire like that.
That's hard sometimes.
It really is. You can see the stage being set and it's against you. When you're standing there and you see the buses pull up and kids being rolled out and vote for kids, against you, and they pull out a megaphone where like, oh yeah, these are professional protesters. They know exactly what they're doing. And for them, they're going to try to antagonize you and get to you and say things as they yell on their bullhorn that will get you motivated to react. And for you guys to handle it as professionally and as well as you guys did, that alone says volumes. That was critical in that win.
When you respond with professionalism and calmness.
Yeah, they want to bait you.
That was the thing. Yes. If every single person, there were a lot of upset people on our side that did kind of start popping off, which is why I had to defuse the situation, because the last thing we needed was vapers at Flavor Ban assault teen
in front of children.
We didn't need that.
In front of children. Tonight at 5, we have video coverage.
Right.
Yeah, because they had news was there, kids were there.
Use the situation, be very calm and respectful. I kept saying over and over, we want the same thing. We don't want our kids to vape. We don't want your kids to vape. We don't want anyone under 21 to vape. This is for adult users who want to make the transition to vaping from smoking. Yeah. And they even were like, yes, if you're 21. And I'm like, yes, that's what I said.
Right.
Yep.
This is something that we need to work together. And they lost their shit. They didn't want to hear. Yeah. So they started chanting. Yeah. They started chanting and yelling into the microphone because we met them with logic, facts, and calmness and respect.
And that is something that the American society has, in general, lost a lot of over the last couple of decades, is that ability to have a logical, polite conversation, and even agree to disagree sometimes, and without going, well, you're not listening to me. Ah! That's how most conversations go on any sort of issue. Right. And so props to you guys for taking the high road and doing it like
it made all the difference in the world. So congratulations again on the big win. And it is a win, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And today we're officially proclaiming it Matt Elliott Day on Vape Radio. Yes, extra metal.
No. This does not go to me.
No, Matt.
It's no big deal. We're just going to play a few more extra metal songs every hour. That's all.
Yeah. And
Matt, well, you can definitely start off with Lamb of God.
Yeah, Matt, this actually has nothing at all to do with that part of it. Has nothing to do with what you did yesterday. You know, as far as the advocacy part, just for you wearing a suit in public,
right? There you go,
and slicking your hair back, looking like a badass.
That was the hard work right there, man.
That's right.
It's like there's no wedding, there's no funeral.
So now
I'm putting a suit on.
It's like, is Matt looking for a job? What's going on? Is he running for office? What's happening here?
He should.
So now, if I dressed up in a suit and I was in Virginia, would I have been removed? That is the question.
Well, yeah, because you'd have been accused of devil worship. You look like Anton LaVey.
That I will take as a compliment.
Exactly. There you go.
That I will take as a compliment.
Exactly.
But no, good job, brother. You did a great job.
Fantastic.
And this isn't the last time you're going to have to do it. So now you've got more time to prep.
In February.
Yeah,
these shops made a lot of commitments. They made a lot of statements of things that they would do. So we get to breathe for the holidays. But after the holidays, we have to all work together and hop on board. One thing that everyone could do, because I know there were thousands of emails and phone calls, if everyone could contact those health committee members and just give them a formal thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be very respectable and very appreciated.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, they were going to pass this 100%, but due to every single shop owner, every single vapor, every single person, NYSVA, Greg Conley, I don't want to forget anyone, you know what I mean? Due to everyone coming together, making the testimonials that they did, stating the facts that they did, giving them a different viewpoint, they decided to table until February.
Yes.
There you go. Fantastic.
Yeah, thank them for having an open mind and being willing to look at the data.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a feel-good Friday, my friend.
That's right.
And I feel good.
It is. I woke up with a little hop in my step, and but now I got to, get back to work. Kevin, who's working with me, has been absolutely awesome for the past couple of days, letting me just browse over pages of research. What? Kevin says he wants to listen to Seeing Red by Unwritten Law.
I believe we can do that for him.
We can do that, man. Great job, both of you. Both of you guys, everyone that involved, everyone that came out yesterday in Suffolk County, and Greg Conley, everybody. So
yes, thank you for your dedication.
Yeah. So
because awesome that's what it takes. It really does. So
it's Matt Elliott Day.
If we can do it. Y'all can do it too. So
that's right.
Happen.
That's it. Awesome, man. Good deal.